Hello, I'm Naomi Ramirez, and this is a response to The Rover by Aphra Behn, which I saw on October 15th, 2015, the Peru. So I would like to say that generally I truly enjoyed this play. I loved that this play turned the idea of women being irrational and men being the arbiters of reason completely on its head. In this play, we see the women being cunning, calculating, and actively trying to escape the mundanity of their life. The men, however, seem to go sex crazy every time someone with a vagina walks past them. So, just one thing I thought didn't quite work in this production, and that was Angelica's singing. I kind of felt that it didn't really add anything to the value of the play. Her words and her actions spoke for her, to be honest, and it seemed like that was just there to have this musical interlude. Nonetheless, Mr. Weiss sang beautifully, but I just felt like it didn't really add anything to the play, but understand since it was probably written in. One thing that really stood out, or two people actually who really stood out, were Stephen Spragg and Daniel Gervais, who played Blunt and Angelica, respectively. When we first see Mr. Spragg's character Blunt, we see him as the butt of the joke, or more accurately, the comic relief. And no time more so does he seem the butt of relief than right before he is transformed, when he solicits a prostitute and is spanked and pretty much shrieks orgasmically. However, afterwards, in the next scene we see him, he's naked, and not just physically, but emotionally. And near the end, he goes practically insane and becomes a homicidal rapist. It's not easy to go from being the butt of the joke to being a homicidal rapist. But Mr. Spragg does it with such skill that in the end, you could never believe that his character had been anything less than a deranged maniac. Miss Daniel Gervais also gives a very compelling performance as Angelica, the most beautiful and expensive whore in Naples. When we first see Angelica, after her opening narration, she's being flocked to by men, but they turn away at her price, except for Don Pedro Don Antonio and our favorite, the Rover. Because of her price, we think she's an uppity whore who thinks she's better than she is. But after she has sex with the Rover and she realizes that she's lost all her honor, we truly feel sorry for her. And we come to learn that the price she set wasn't because she was haughty, but because she wanted to defray any emotional or physical damage she might incur, which, instead of making her a haughty whore, makes her more akin to one of Les Miserables' lovely ladies who have suffered, and because of that are at the position they are today. And Mrs. Gervais' voice perfectly resounded and emphasized every emotion the character was written with. At the end, I think this play can probably best be summarized in its message by a line from the unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt: "Females are strong as hell," which is probably exactly what Aphra Behn wanted to say. Women aren't just statues to be in. They have thoughts, feelings, and actions, just like men. This message is important today because as politicians try to cut women's health, it seems like they forget that women also have an opinion on that and many others, and that when you try to impose arbitrary laws on women will find a way to fight back, no matter what you do.